What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wide open makes the catch. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Now on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Marches ahead. That defense in front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Dishman. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Balkinson. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try to...
Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Extra point here will tie the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. The play action fake. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that's that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? They scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive?
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The quarterback keeps it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun to give, looking for room. There he goes. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time. He'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Fielded in the end zone. It's carry on. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Scrambling away. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. It's Dishman. He spins that thing down the middle. He's got an open man. Finds some room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Noles!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. On the run, it's Woods. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He is threatening to run his way into the Irish annals like Julius Jones did against Pitt and Navy, or maybe rolling like the bus, Jerome Bettis or Vegas Ferguson.
Just having a day. Give it to him. Good things happening. Listen, this offense, they're physical up front. They're creating holes, and the running back is doing the rest. This is clinic tape 101 on how to be physical.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to...
Going for it all. They took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Dishman. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. On the run, it's Woods. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Oh, a double pass. Here's the pressure. Caught close to the marker. It's Woods. There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's carry on. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll keep it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Dishman. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning remaining seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Shoots it to the left. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all.
Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Have Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Florida State, 14.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quarterback extends the play. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that madman.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football.
Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the back. All alone, he's got it. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Running the red zone. It's Woods. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll take it himself. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll try the toss to the left. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up third down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Dishman. He's going to fire deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Looking for room, it's Woods. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Dishman. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense. Running into the open space. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good. Finds his rhythm after shanking a couple. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Florida State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's carry on. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And down he goes back at the 3.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Dishman. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Off play action on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And some room to work. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores.
Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the Seminoles are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Running to Green. Steps Gets out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Dishman. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
It's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this.
Going over the top. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. He caught it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Okay. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Battle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. They've got it down to the 3-yard